Hi, and welcome to another tutorial on how to organize Evernote. This is part of a series of tutorials. I did make a full-length version which you can watch. It is quite a long one if you've got the time. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking at point 1 on the screen, which is we're taking everything, storing it all in one place and using search to find it. My name is Maurice and I run a blog called latentlifestyle.com. Glad to have you along. Taking your notes, putting them all in one place, you just keep adding notes, more and more notes to Evernote until you have a whole pile, and every time you want to go and retrieve something, we're going to go to the search function. By now you probably would have received an email from Evernote talking to you about search, and it should look something like this. To make this a bit more useful to us, let's go across to Evernote and let's go and have a look at what this means by sticking them all into one place. So this is the way that we were set up yesterday, with all our notes that we put in. Hopefully by now you've also written down around about 20 notes, and they should just be stuck in to your account in some random order. Now I said to you that you could just shove them in anywhere. You will find that every single note that you've done so far has ended up in a notebook which is created when you first start off, and that is called First Notebook. So if we look down here where it says Notebooks, when we click on Notebooks, it will show us what notebooks we have. And here is our first one, our first notebook. The only other notebook we have here is trash. If I go and click First Notebook, it takes us back to where we were before. The only difference is it's given us our title at the top and it's given us who created it. That's the only difference from this. If we go into Notes, it's going to show us every single note we have and it's going to list them all there. I'm going to go over here to Notebooks though, and it's this first notebook that we're going to look at. To make it nice and easy, when I click First Notebook, I'm going to go up to the little wee I at the top. It's going to give me a title, First Notebook, and I'm just going to call all this Stuff. Alright, I've now changed the title of my notebook to Stuff, still leaving it as created by me, and my notebook is still hidden down here. There it is, Stuff, already changed. If I now go to my notes, you'll see at the very top my notebook title has also changed. So Stuff has changed there. If I go down to Movies I'd Like to See, that's changed to Stuff as well. That's because all these notes were in the same notebook. Alright? Now, as I said to you just now, when we have all our notes in one place, and we're not really bothered about where we're going to store them, and I'm only changing that one title at there, I could just keep using the search function, and it's going to be as simple as this. I push search, I want to look for something to do with cars. As soon as I click in car and I push enter, it's going to find all the notes with the word car in it. So here we've got car, but you see it also pulled out the topics for notes, and in those topics for notes, I also have car over here. Let's try that again, just show you how fast it is. I'm going to remove car, and this time I'm going to put James. That was one of the movies I wanted to see. There's my note, immediately came straight up. If I wanted to use the word and, it's going to show me a lot more. So it's going to be a very general search if I use and. The more specific I am, the easier it is to find stuff. So I want to look for temples, but I want to be very specific about the temple I'm looking for. I want to find a particular temple within my notes. So I want to look for the Jain temple. It's going to find that over here is my note. It's already found Jain temple here, but it's also finding these other words, temple and temple. So search is very, very powerful with an Evernote. It will search through your notes. It's not just looking at the titles or the heading, it's looking at everything. That's 5B of the tutorials. Thank you very much for following along. This has really been about storing all your notes in one notebook and then just using search to find them. Look forward to seeing you again in the next tutorial. Have a fantastic day. Cheers!